back tonight. You can find our Lloyd Allen at the Albury Sales Primary School, the venue of a town meeting aimed at informing Chippenham residents of possible environmental concerns in the face of a proposed development in that community. Lloyd?
Well, Makusha, right now we're here at Albury Sales School, where just a few moments ago a town hall commenced alerting residents of the Papal Tract area of a new proposed subdivision, Premier Estates, that's near Dastra. And of course, a number of questions also surfacing related to environmental concerns. Standing here with me is the Housing Minister, the Honorable Keith Bell. Minister, obviously a number of persons coming out for their concerns. What have you heard so far, and what can you tell us about this new subdivision?
Well, certainly, let me say first of all, good evening, Bahamas. The idea is for the government to continue to build affordable subdivisions, and we're looking to develop a newest subdivision, which is Premier Estates at the Dastra Gardens. And it's going to be a 147 built-out subdivision when it's completed. The purpose of the exercise today is, in terms of complying with our statutory requirements, we have to get a certificate of environmental clearance. In order to get that, there has to be public consultation. And so we are meeting this evening with all of the residents of all of the surrounding areas impacted by this development to hear their concerns and to inform them what it is that we're doing with the subdivision, how we intend to deal with traffic congestion, how we intend to deal with flood mitigation. And so this meeting today is very important. I'm glad to see a number of residents came out today.
And of course, you have a number of persons here today talking about the plant life as well as the animal life from that area. What are some of the major concerns or takeaways from this so far?
Well, let me say, first of all, the Ministry of Housing, this meeting is headed by the Department of Environmental Protection and Planning, Dr. Rihanna Murphy-Neely, and a team. And I want to commend them for the work that they're doing in terms of protecting the environment. In everything we do, we have to ensure that we protect our environment for future generations to come. That is key and that is critical. And so while we want to develop and we want to build and we want to construct affordable homes, we have to ensure that we comply with environmental standards, statutory requirements. And so in this particular area, this was, as you know, land which was owned by the Water and Sewer Corporation. It was one of our well fields and wetlands in some areas. And so the idea is for us to ensure that we minimize as much as we possibly can that area. And so the Ministry of Housing has acquired 35 acres of this area, and it's our intention to construct in that area. And so once we meet with the residents and we hear the concerns, the Department of Environmental Protection and Planning would, of course, place conditions. For example, there are a number of protected trees in this area. There are a number of protected birds. At the same time, there are some invasive species, the Casuarina, for example, and the Brazilian pepper. And so they will guide us and direct us as to what we ought to do. But we know that we have to move some of the trees, preserve them, and then plant them back into the areas.
Well, a worthy sacrifice for an affordable home ownership effort by many Bahamians continuing. And of course, we'll have more on this developing story. Reporting here from Albury Sales for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen. Back to you in studio.